Call case 2021, the case of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kaylee Lynn Stevens. Ms. Stevens is here today electronically with her attorney, Ms. Mladenoff. Mr. Baldwin's here today on behalf of the people. Mr. Walton is also here today from the probation department. Everybody is here electronically because the building is closed because of the COVID-19 outbreak. The case is being recorded and broadcast live on YouTube at this point. And Ms. Mladenoff, any objection to proceeding in this fashion?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Stevens, any objection to proceeding in this manner?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Baldwin?
No objection, Your Honor.
This is the date and time set for sentencing. Ms. Mladenoff, have you had the opportunity to review the pre-sentence report and the sentencing guidelines with your client?
I have.
Any additions, deletions, or corrections?
The only addition would be an update under the personal history as well as the employment section. She is no longer unemployed. She is back to work at Broadway. She's been back there for 3 weeks, first when they were doing takeout 2 weeks ago, and now the restaurant is open on a limited basis. So she is back to work.
That's the Broadway Bar and Grill, is that correct?
Correct.
Correct.
All right. And any objection to that correction or update, Mr. Baldwin?
No objection, Your Honor.
And Ms. Stevens, did you review the report with your attorney?
Yes, I did.
Did you see any other corrections other than the one Ms. Mladenoff has already noted?
There's an additional one that I recently am not homeless anymore.
Okay, and I have an address here of 2860 Sand Lake Road in Hillsdale, is that correct?
That is my grandmother's address, actually. That's just where I like my mail to be sent, so I know I always get that. I actually just rented a room out in Albion. I'm not quite sure of the address, but I can get you back on that.
All right. I have a cell phone number of 517-936-6253.
Correct.
All right, very good. And any other corrections then? And make sure you update that address with probation when they call you, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, any other corrections?
I do not believe so.
Mr. Baldwin?
I saw no corrections, Your Honor.
The report is amended as adopted for sentencing. The guidelines are appropriately scored, although advised. Allocution on your client, Ms. Mladenoff?
Your Honor, the agreement here is for probation, deferred jail pursuant to the Homeless Youthful Trainee Act. That was an agreement with the prosecutor since she is 22 at the time. I think it's appropriate based on her limited criminal history. She does have a substance abuse history, some of which I believe was a result of self-medicating for some mental health issues that she needs to address. She understands that she's going to need to address those, and she's willing to do that work.
All right. Ms. Stevens, anything you want to tell the court before sentencing here today?
No.
All right. You did drug test. You were positive for THC. Just understand that you can't be using that. If you want to use it, you need to get a card or approval by a doctor. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do. I was talking to Susan about that earlier, actually.
Okay. So there are ways you can use that appropriately and medically. You just can't use it recreationally, and you can't use any alcohol. Do you understand that, or any other illicit drugs while you're on probation? Do you understand that?
I do understand.
All right. And Mr. Baldwin, anything the people wish to add?
Nothing beyond the agreement and the recommendation. I believe it's appropriate given the totality of the circumstances and Ms. Stevens' history.
Well, I would agree. You're 22 years old. You have one prior misdemeanor history as well. You've been on probation before. You're working, which is a positive. You need to get your high school diploma. I think that would be or GED. I think that would be a positive thing in the future. There is a psychiatric history, as Ms. Mladenoff touched on. substance abuse history, which needs to be addressed and hopefully will be on probation. You'll be on probation for the next year and a half. You'll abide by all the usual terms and conditions. Those will be explained to you in your probation order and also by your agent. All the special conditions will be applicable to your probation. I will grant a Holmes Youthful Trainee status for that probationary period. So if you're successful in your completion, then the case would be dismissed. I will indicate on special conditions that you may perform 59 hours of community service in lieu of some of the fines and costs. There's a $60 DNA fee, $68 in state costs, $30 crime victim fee, $30 a month probation oversight fee, $440 in court costs, a $100 fine, and $250 for the services of your attorney. Do you understand your sentence in this case?
I do.
Do you have any questions about it?
I do not.
All right. Someone from probation is going to call you at the cell phone you provided. They're going to do that within the next couple of days, probably. You need to make sure you answer the phone, or you need to make sure your mailbox is empty or has room so that they can leave a message. And if they do, you need to call them back immediately. Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
All right, because they're going to meet with you and set up how you're going to be reported and everything that's required, go over your probation order and all that. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right, Mr. Walton, do you need any other information from Ms. Stevens?
No, Your Honor.
All right, anything else then, Ms. Mladenoff?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Baldwin?
Nothing further. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Stevens, why are you crying?
Just emotional.
Yeah. Well, this is the first step on the way to hopefully recovery and having a very fruitful life, okay? That's my hope for you, all right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're all set.